So like all Gosho, one really does have to read it over and over and over again. Once, twice, 3 times, 5 times, before one even begins to get an inkling of understanding. We can read a Gosho and all we're reading is just the surface of it. Really, when Nichiren Daishonin wrote, every single word was meaningful. Literally every single word or character. So that is the way we have to read the Gosho. This is why it's necessary to read it many times. Because to begin with, we just skim the surface. Then we begin to develop the habit of looking deeply at the meaning of each phrase and each sentence, gradually penetrating deeper and deeper and feeling its meaning deeper and deeper in our lives. So one of the greatest bits of guidance that was ever given to me in the first year of my practice was a Japanese man who said to me, don't forget that when you study, you're refreshing your eternal memory. So when he said that, I had to think about it a bit. But later I realized that this is so true. We all possess the Buddha state. All of us, therefore, understand deep in our life all these universal truths that Nichiren Daishonin taught. But because of the 3 poisons and the lower worlds working in us, our understanding, our wisdom is clouded and murky and hidden beneath the surface. Through study, we help to draw that eternal wisdom that exists in us out from deep in our lives into our minds. So when one reads the Gosho, really what you're trying to do is to connect what Nichiren Daishonin wrote, not just with one's mind, but with the depths of one's life, where one's Buddha wisdom lies. Then when the two meet, the Buddha wisdom starts to flow forth like a fountain. It like triggers it off. This is why sometimes when people, for example, are doing shakubuku to somebody else, when they've finished talking to that person, perhaps on the way home in the bus or something, rather they think, my gosh, was that me saying all those things? That's incredible. Or someone else will be sitting listening to someone with 3 months' practice, talking to someone else about Buddhism, and they'll be astounded what that person's saying. This is because shakubuku, true, sincere shakubuku, can only be done in the Buddha state. Therefore, at that point of time, the Buddha state is open, and the wisdom of eternal life is flowing from that person. Though, of course, they hardly realize it themselves. So this is what study is for, to awaken one's eternal memory. It's worth thinking about it. That is the total difference between study in Buddhism and study as it's usually done, for example, in this college here. Totally different thing, isn't it? So now perhaps it's plainer why, when one's reading the Gosho, you've got to read it many times. It's got to be based on Daimoku. Because you've got to penetrate below just that surface understanding in your mind to something very much deeper.